Abby Kheir started with a vision: fierce, feminine, and fearless. As the founder of Abyss by Abby, she broke barriers, taking her designs from Sydney to the US, dressing some of the world's most influential women: Khloé Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, Adriana Lima, Sofia Richie, and more. She took that bold vision and stitched it into a global label that embodies confidence, glamour, and power. A devoted mother, a wife, a proud Lebanese-Australian, and a woman who shaped her own lane. Avi, welcome to the Untold Edit.
Thank you.
How are we?
Well, thank you.
That's good. Are you excited?
I am. Of course, I'm here with you, so I'm very excited.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm excited as well. Let's dive back to young Abby. Who was she? What was she like at home, at school?
I was always very inspired. My dad said to me not long ago, he goes, you could tell by looking at you, you always wanted a lot more than what Australia or we as a community can offer you. Because I could see in your eyes, because I used to look at nice cars and think, I want to drive that. Like, see people traveling, I wanted to travel. So
you had ambitions.
I think I was very ambitious from a very young age, yes. And I love fashion. From a young age, I would dress up and get my siblings to take photos of me. So I think I was blogging before influencer blogging was even around.
So yes. You were one of the OGs of social media, blogging.
Started very young, yes.
You grew up with a different cultural background, which is Lebanese.
Yes.
Here in Australia. Was that a challenge for you?
Yes, it was very challenging. Growing up in a Lebanese Muslim household, I felt like there was so much I wanted to do, but at the same time, I had to think of the way I grew up. I wanted to make my parents proud, but I didn't want to embarrass them at the same time. And it's sort of a hard balance because when I started, it was very rare for a young woman to be as ambitious as I was. I wanted to travel the world, but I was just newlywed, just gotten married. So a lot of people frowned on the fact that I would leave my husband and my son and travel the world for work. So it was very hard. It's a hard challenge because people's mentality is you get married, you have children, and you're pretty much just living for your family and for your husband.
You have to be very dependent on the man.
Yes. Well, my father was my biggest cheerleader, and I think he wanted more for his girls than just being housewives. He wanted that to be our first priority, so it was a big juggle. But he didn't want it to be our only priority. So, so I wanted to work, and lucky I had such a supportive husband who pushed me. He was actually the reason I started my company was my husband.
So how did the early start of your rise begin?
I started working in retail when I first got married. Loved what I was doing. My husband didn't like the fact that I was working for anyone, and he'd ring me and say, okay, you got to open up your own store. I was a bit like taken back because I had no experience in fashion. So I just started from there. He gave me my first start. I was a bit nervous because it was a lot of money for us back then. And, oh God, here we go.
Emotional?
No. Just happy.
No, it's amazing because we want to know how Abyss by Abby started, like from the core.
Okay, well, my husband was...
Because we know that brands can be just, mass production, design, order, ship, start selling, website, that's it. But what was the real story behind it? How did you start? How did you know that you wanted to go into that field?
In fashion. I think fashion was the only field I ever wanted to be in. I love fashion since I was young. So when my husband said to me, open up your own company, fashion was the only thing I thought of doing. So I started. Now, we didn't have the funds to do what I really originally wanted to do was open up chain stores. So my husband, we had saved like $20,000. We had just gotten married. And my husband said, here, take it and start your own business. And I was nervous because I'm thinking, what about if it doesn't work and all this money we've saved
vanished?
But he was like, that's fine. At least you can say you tried.
Wow.
So that gave me the drive and the confidence. So I started retail, in a retail space. And we didn't have the funds for me to do a permanent store in a shopping centre. But I met a young lady and she offered me a store in a shopping centre on a monthly basis. And I started from there with $20,000.
Wow. What was your first job?
First job, I've been working with my father since I was 7. My dad owned fruit stores. So I've been working with him since I was 7. I'd get up Sunday morning and I would rush to work before anyone in my family woke up. That's how much I loved working.
How old were you?
7.
Wow.
Yes. My father, I always say my father was my biggest teacher. I don't think any school could have taught me what I learned with him.
And so you started going to work with your father, and that's how you discovered your drive to working, making money, having your own position at such a young age. But then what happened? You went into retail?
I went into retail when I first got married, loved it so much, and then I decided to open up my own store and went from there. One store led to 7 retail stores in Sydney. I used to buy labels that were not very well known in Sydney and put them in the store, and that way it was very unique. At the beginning, I'd look at the stores and I'd be like, we're doing okay, but we need to be doing great. And I thought, what's the issue? And the problem was I was copying what other stores were doing. So I had to stop going into other retail stores. I had to block everyone out and do what I wanted to do. And back then I knew I wanted like sexy dresses because not many girls dressed really sexy in Sydney. It was very conservative. But I'd been in the US by then for about 5 years. And the way they dressed in the US was a lot more confident. So I thought I wanted to bring that sexiness to Sydney. So I started finding designers who had that. And people were shocked at the beginning. They'd walk past the stores and they'd be like, are you selling lingerie or dresses?
No way.
And that's how our reputation started.
Wow.
Having the sexy dresses.
But we know Australia's a very open country.
It is now.
Why was there this gap in the market?
Back when I started, there was a lot of like A-line dresses. People were a lot more conservative than they are now. Like it was very rare you'd see a girl wearing a satin sexy dress. It just didn't happen very often. It's changed a lot, definitely in the last 30 years.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you're from Minya, Lebanon.
My father is, yes.
But you've never actually been to Lebanon.
No, I haven't.
But looking at your story, you are very connected to your Lebanese roots. How can this connection come to be, and this emotional connection that you have to Lebanon, to a place where you've never physically been?
I think people assume because I've spent a lot of time away from family and I spent most of my time in the US, people assume that I'm very disconnected. But it's actually the other way around. Because I've seen so many different cultures, it makes you appreciate our culture and our upbringing so much. You see that not many people have that family union that we Lebanese people do. So when I would travel and I would see none of that, finally I met a few Lebanese people, and it just makes you really appreciate how you grew up. And I've reflected that back in everything I do with my work, even events in Los Angeles, like we'd have Arabian Nights.
I'm going to go back to that one.
Yes.
But I do have a question. Do you now feel a deeper responsibility to pass on this root that has raised you onto your children and
Yes.
to your son and the
Yes.
people around you?
Yes, with my son, 100%. A lot of people, when they meet him, especially when he's in America, they actually freak out how traditional he is because they think he was raised in Australia and half the time in America, so he must be very westernized, and he's not. He's very traditional.
In what way?
Just, for example, with the older generation, like he will get up and make sure they're seated before him. He won't start eating, for example, until his grandparents start.
Al-usul.
Yes, and I love that about him, and he's very respectful. He gets up, he shakes people's hands. He's not very blasé, like with the way he holds himself. So no, I feel like I'm bringing him up the way my father brought me up.
We say in Arabic, الوطن هو مش وين منعيش، هو شو اللي بيعيش فينا, which is it's not where, homeland is not where we live.
No,
it's
that's
what
so
lives within us.
Yes.
So
You're right.
in your case, someone who's never been to Lebanon and having that deep connection to it is really amazing to see how rooted you are.
What an amazing culture we have. Like, how could you not be like so proud of it? It's beautiful.
The father is a girl's first love. He's her strength, her protector, her safe place. And
Yes.
your father, Allah yarhamo, he was all that for you.
Yes. Oh, no.
Everything that you are today, that strength, that drive, that
Or him.
fire, it started somewhere.
Or him. A man, a father, has to be a woman's protector, her backbone, her cheerleader. I can tell within meeting a woman, within 5 minutes, what sort of man raised her because of the way she carries herself and her confidence. And my father gave me all that. So when I was looking for a man, I wasn't looking for someone to complete me. I was looking for my best friend because he gave me that confidence and the protection that every girl needs. I was blessed.
So a big part of your success was to make him proud.
Yes. I think my every move has always been to make him proud of me.
That's lovely. I feel like it's very important for, as you said, a woman to have that backbone because it does determine how she's brought up, how her path
Yes.
will be shaped, basically everything.
Yes. You don't realize how important it is, but it's so important for a man to do that for his daughters. Like a lot of Lebanese men back 30 years ago were only happy when they gave birth to sons. My dad was more than happy to have 6 daughters. Like this, we got 3
Wow.
sisters and 3 brothers. And he always says, if God had sent me 6 girls, I would have been so happy also.
It's a blessing. A
Yeah,
girl
it was-
is
it was
like
very
a
rare.
flower at home.
Yes.
And I think he knew how to really take care of it and nurture it and just let it grow into that
He
beautiful
really did, like no other.
garden.
I was very lucky, yes, to have a father like that.
From a father's strength to a husband's support and now your son that is always by your side. How important is it to have, we just talked about it, but how important, not just for a father, but to have all these supportive men around her to uplift her, for you and for any woman? Because sometimes you can have a supportive father, but maybe the husband would not be taking up his role, or the son, but having all those 3, how uplifting is it?
It's one of the most important things in a woman's life, a man's support. I would not be who I am today if my dad did not uplift me the way he did. And then I was blessed to have a husband who also is very supportive and who has my back. And I'm trying to do the same thing with my son. And hopefully he can be that support for his children and for his wife when he meets her.
Coming from somebody, a woman that is very independent and strong.
A lot of people assume that I am going to be, what's that? Oh, God, I'm trying to think of that word. Big feminist. No, I'm not.
You're not.
No. My husband takes care of me and our family. So if anyone breaks into my house, it ain't me like going to protect my son. It's going to be him. So do I give him that role? Yes. Like I'm still very old-fashioned. Like I still will get his opinion before I travel. I will get his opinion about work. I won't do anything if he's not 100% happy and he's on board with. And a lot of people think it's very old-fashioned, but it's not, because he's such a great man, and it's my responsibility too to be a great wife to him. And
it's a two-way thing.
Yes. And as much as I love work, I always say work comes second to my family. It will never be first, as much as I love what I do.
And I think that's why you've reached that success, because you had that support, that belief in yourself, and you were supporting others as well. As much as you got support, I believe that you gave off that same energy as well to the people around you?
You have to. You have to.
We were talking about how some men love a traditional woman, somebody who stays at home, cooks, looks after the kids, someone who's dependent on them. But there's also men who loves a challenging woman, a woman that is as hungry in life as they are, a woman that loves to lead and achieve. And you are a woman who is leading with independence and strength, and your son sees this every day. Do you think this has shaped his way of how he sees girls and women and the man he's becoming?
Yes, I definitely do. Him traveling the world with me and meeting the people he's met with me and being around all different kinds of people has definitely changed his perspective on life. If I had just kept him in our community and he hadn't seen all these things, of course, the way he was thinking would have been so different from the way I'm trying to bring him up now.
So now he likes the idea of the girl being strong.
I can imagine him with a strong woman, yes. I can't imagine him with any other kind, actually. I feel like he needs a woman that knows what she wants and has traveled the world and open-minded, yes.
So he's the type that would be inspired by the woman's strength and not intimidated, because we see a lot of men like that.
I think he'd be very, like his father, I think he'd be very inspired and happy for a woman to be strong. I can't imagine him with a weak woman at all. And not a person who's not strong. I think he'd want a strong woman for sure.
And what's your intake on that?
I love strong women.
You love strong women?
Yes. I love a strong woman who knows what she wants, knows how to get it, but at the same time protects her family first and her loved ones and knows that everything else will come second to that. Once you put your family first, everything else works out.
Very well said. When women like Kylie Jenner, Adriana Lima, Madison Beer wear your dresses, they're not just wearing a piece of your brand, they're stepping into the energy of your brand. What do you think draws powerful women into dressing a piece by Abby?
It's so sexy. It makes a woman feel very confident. When I started designing a Bis by Abby, it was a little bit out of people's normal comfort zone. I remember designing my first sexy dress and it was 2 high splits. And I was worried no one was going to wear it, but people took to it straight away because it was different. And I feel like it takes a really confident woman. And when you do wear an Abyss dress, you get this kind of confidence. I feel it when I wear it. Like you just feel like you can take over the world. They're just very made for a woman's body.
It's not just a product, it's a feeling.
No, it's definitely a feeling
that you get every time you wear it.
Yes.
Which is amazing. And that's what drives a product to a success, because everything is just emotionally related. And when you feel comfortable and beautiful and you can just express yourself in that way, it's just amazing.
Yes, that's so true.
At one of your events in Los Angeles, you got Tyga to perform, and Khloé Kardashian was there as well. But you also got a belly dancer,
Lebanese sweets,
Ba'lewa, Shisha.
Yes.
And it's not just that event.
No, all my events have some Arabic elements. Yes.
There's always a hint of your Lebanese culture. But before I dive into the question, I want to know, did Khloé Kardashian vibe to the Arabic songs? She did?
She did.
I knew it. We need to get Khloé Kardashian the Lebanese passport. That's it.
She did. She's actually so lovely. Honestly, one of the nicest people I've met.
I can imagine. I've always thought that she's the mother of the sisters.
She actually is. Like even on the night, she took time out to ring her daughter to say goodnight to her. Aww. And I thought, wow, what an amazing, she's a beautiful person.
Thinking of someone who has a lot on their mind and a lot going on, it takes great effort to look at those details of ringing your daughter to say goodnight. And as you said, family first.
Yes, and she's exactly like that. Family.
Amazing. So back to the question.
Yes.
What's with having a hint of your
It's part of
culture
me.
in every event
It's
or
part
even
of
in your
me.
brand, like having it front and center in your brand?
It's part of me. It's installed in my soul. And I tell you, that comes from traveling from outside and not having a lot of like Lebanese people around me. You sort of cling onto it a little bit more. And especially in LA, in Beverly Hills, you don't see many like Lebanese people. So you're bringing something new to it. And I love bringing that to every event I do.
But not everyone. So everybody comes from a background, but
Yes.
not everybody integrates this in their brand.
We're Lebanese. Like, I'm so proud.
Of course,
It's one of the
aren't we?
most beautiful cultures. Like, how lucky are we?
It's the Lebanese in us.
Like, if
we
I could
can't
go-
deny it.
No. And I tell everyone, even when people sometimes don't even know when I say I'm Lebanese, they're like, where's that? But I scream
I mean,
it out
it's
loud.
small in the map, but
I know.
very big
And
impact.
can you believe I've never been?
Very big impact. Oh, yeah, you haven't.
No.
But you're going soon, aren't you?
Yes, I am, and I can't wait. I'm
How
so
excited.
very excited.
What's the first thing you want to do when you arrive?
Eat nefi. I just want to
Don't
eat.
we all?
I just want to eat my way through Lebanon. And I really want to visit the village my dad was born in, the Minya.
Minya. Do you still have family there?
I do have a few, not many. A lot of them have migrated to Australia. I do have a few, but I just want to go and visit and walk around the streets my dad was brought up in, just to feel a little bit of that connection.
That home. Finally.
Yes, finally.
All right, so I have a segment called Fire Questions, and I'm going to be asking you fast and fun questions.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. What's your favorite Lebanese dish?
Full batahina.
What's an Arabic sentence you love the most?
Zalami, zalami, maro, maro. I say that because I feel like sometimes a woman tries to take over a man's role, and I don't like that. I feel like a woman should have her role and a man should have his. Now, I'm not saying all men deserve that high respect because they're not all great, but I feel like we should all know our roles in relationships.
Stay in your lane.
Yes, it's important.
What's the most Lebanese thing about you?
Family. We're very Lebanese people. We're all about family. And I think I am definitely family. Family's always first. I always say that all the time, first.
Having dinner together at the table,
Yes.
Sundays together, that family connection.
Yes. Visiting family, being around them.
What's your top favorite Lebanese designer?
Elisab,
Legend.
of course. I don't think I know anymore. I'm not really good with names.
Elisab is top of the top. So
Can we beat him? I don't think we can. So
I
let's
don't
just
think
say
so.
Elisab.
what's your favorite Arabic song?
Oh, I love Amr Diab and Raghib Aleme. Nasini Dunya. Love that song. Me and my husband like obsessed.
Do you know a small
I'm not
part
gonna,
of it?
I'm not going to
Can you sing us?
Sing. No, babe.
A small part?
Trust me, you don't want me to sing. Might break some glass.
If you could design a gown for anyone, who would it be? Dead or alive?
Dead or alive? I don't know. I've never really thought of a... I mean, I did want to dress Jennifer Lopez for a long time. She was sort of my muse for a long time. She
I
probably
think
still
her
is.
looks really matches with
Abyss.
Abyss.
And how she's never been in Abyss, it shocks me. I'm still shocked.
Because she always wears those high
Yes.
cuts.
Yes. And she's never been in Abyss.
Wow. We need to
So we need to reach out to
reach
Jennifer
out.
Lopez
If
and be like,
anybody has her contact, reach out.
we need her in Abyss. She's always been my muse. I love her style. I love her look.
Yeah, I think she suits Abyss.
She screams Abyss.
What's one fashion trend you wish never comes back?
Never comes back. Maybe, what's those Wham days? Wham, when they were wearing fluoro pinks and yellows? Maybe that or the bubblegum jeans. They used to be bubblegum jeans when I was a teenager.
What's the bubblegum jeans?
they were just these stretchy denim that looked like ties but with ripples through it.
I hated those.
Never,
they're like leggings, but jeans.
Yes, never want to see those again. I did fall victim and I did wear them. Never again.
We all did. I used to wear them at school.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a bit too young to remember bubblegum jeans.
We didn't call them bubblegum jeans, but I used to wear those denim leggings.
Yes.
And they just...
hopefully they'll never come back.
Who's your all-time favorite fashion icon?
Me. Fashion icon.
Yeah, like somebody that... Other than like...
Sofia Loren. 100%. Yeah. Sofia Loren. She was very ladylike and elegant.
What's your hidden talent?
Cooking. I love to cook. It's like my love language is doing things for people and cooking for people.
What's one Lebanese tradition or value that sticks with you till now?
Tradition or values?
Something that you were brought up with and just it's with you till today.
Maybe more respect for our eldest, which I feel like is lacking a little bit now in our society. But definitely the respect that you should show your eldest and the love, especially respect, that's always stuck with me. And that's one thing I'm very being with my son about.
Of course, it's...
You think it's very common and you think it's like something you should just do, but it's lacking in our community.
Yeah, we're slowly fading out of that.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes, and sad.
Yeah. That's the end of the fire question segment. I want to go back to our conversation. So, Miami Fashion Week, Miami Swimwear Week.
Yes.
You showcase your swimwear
our first collection,
collection,
swimwear, yes.
And it's beautiful. I loved every piece.
Thank you.
And I know in these kind of events, you go through a whole process, like from concept till show day.
It takes about 6 months, yes.
Wow. What was the process like for you? And was there a place where you had your special touch in it?
Starts 6 months before, like we're sampling. And a lot of sampling and a lot of like models trying on and everything. But it's just the process, a lot of samples. And my touch was definitely the performer. I think with the Lebanese culture, we always like a little show with dinner. And that's what I was trying to do as well.
So you had a full show.
Yes. We just had a performer perform during the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And the performer was...
Trying to remember who I can't even
the amount of events I can't even keep up.
I can't even remember who performed at that event.
Was it Arabian style? Or?
No, it was a rapper. All I remember is he rocked up to the event wearing an anklet on his leg. It was those prison ones.
Oh, what?
Yes. Apparently he was on probation or something, and I was like freaking out thinking,
no way.
Yes. Well, I can't even remember who he was now. Oh my God, I think we need to Google it. Should I just Google who it was? I think we need the name now.
Oh my God. Like, was he just out of prison?
Apparently he was on release for like a few months. And I was shocked when I saw him. I was like, is that?
What a chill life. One day in prison, another day
at Miami Swim Week with all models. Oh, he was so happy to be there. No, I can't even remember who it was.
That's so funny.
Oh, here it is. Fetty Wap.
Okay.
That's who it was. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was wearing an ankle.
I love him, but I didn't know he went to prison recently.
Yes. Well, he was in prison, came out for the show, and came out for a few months, and then he went back. So
he was out just for Abby's show.
Well, it wasn't only, but it was the last event he did because they keep using his photo from Miami Swim Week. So it was the last event he did before he went back into prison.
Well, Fetty Wap is a legend, but you got to be careful. On to the business side. Nowadays, attention is supply chain. Attention is currency. Without it, a brand wouldn't reach where it should reach if there's no attention on the brand or on the founder. No matter how good the product is. Was this your strategy from day one?
No, it was never my strategy. I don't like being in front of the camera. I never have. I love being behind the camera. It's always been my thing. 2019, when I started throwing events in Los Angeles, my publicist was like, you need to be in front of the camera. So she pushed. So finally I thought, okay, how much do you show of yourself though, without being too open where everyone knows everything about you? Because I'm a very private person and no one knows my next move unless I tell them. So I have to be very selective what I put out there. And do I feel like it's important now in this era to be in front of the camera? No, it's not necessary. There's so many other ways you can promote your company. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be, but you have to be very selective too, because you have to protect your peace.
Of course. But I heard that you used to dress models for dinner and just to get that attention on the brand.
Yes. When I first went to Los Angeles, when I was trying to promote Abyss by Abby, Facebook had just taken off. So I used to fly a lot of models from Sydney to Los Angeles, and I'd hire a house in the Hollywood Hills, and we would just spend 2 weeks going out wearing Abyss by Abby, hitting all the top restaurants, all the top nightclubs, and just to get a bit of buzz. And
so attention was part of the strategy, getting them on the product,
on the girls,
models.
not on
Yes.
myself.
Yeah.
Yes, it was very important. Yes, and I was trying to get my name out there in Los Angeles, and what was the best way was having beautiful women wearing
All
Abyss
eyes
by
on
Abby.
them.
Yes, and we'd go out and everyone would be like, who are these girls? And slowly, we just got the word out there for Abyss by Abby.
Some people confuse overthinking with strategy.
Overthinking is a waste of time. Strategy, doing is the best way.
And that's how
making
they
mistakes.
miss opportunities.
Yes.
When
You're going to make mistakes.
When you're waiting to do that move, there's somebody else that's stronger, bolder,
and done it.
did the move, done, and you're just still overthinking, waiting for the perfect moment.
Absolutely. And you've got to do things that are out of your comfort zone. Like when I tried to launch Abyss by Abby in Sydney, I already had a name for myself with the stores. But launching such a sexy product, girls didn't understand. Like I would go to PR agencies and they would look at me like, what is this girl trying to do? I was using normal models, not supermodels, to photograph my product. And they were like, okay, well, this isn't going to work. But I had a vision that people needed to see it on real women. This is before influencing. But I always had that vision. So when they tried to make me change my strategy, I thought, do I change or do I just change the way people see it? And I thought by then I was hanging out in the US a lot. So I took my product to the US market. We launched there. We made it big there. And then we came back to Australia. And then everyone wanted it here because that's what everyone was wearing in the States. So I had to change my strategy and not do what everyone thought.
You didn't change it. You refined it along the way. So you didn't wait for the perfect moment. You created it.
You've got to make mistakes. There's no such thing as the perfect moment. There's no such thing as the perfect collection. It's always about making mistakes and learning, growing, and going from there.
Making the move. This is what creates the momentum. It's not just sitting and waiting for the opportunity to just knock on your door.
You can't overthink anything in business. You've just got to jump into it.
So you would say you didn't wait for the perfect moment
I
to
made
launch
the perfect
Abyss.
moment. I made the perfect moment for Abyss. I really did. Like I spent so much time promoting the label overseas that when celebrities finally started wearing it, it's not because we had a PR firm. It's they would see the product on our website and physically buy it. Like the first time Khloé Kardashian wore Abyss by Abby, she bought the product online. It was never given to her by anyone. And she loved it and wore it to her ex-boyfriend's event. And that's how it took off. And then the following week, her sister asks for product. And it was just from them hearing about it and seeing all the top G girls in Los Angeles wearing it.
Wow. That's really impressive. Getting somebody who's in such position actually buying a product, because now we see a lot of people spending money on for them to advertise a product, but for them to actually
My biggest, when
buying
I
it.
started the label, the best way for me to learn the American market, I started wholesaling. I could have gone to a PR firm and spent thousands of dollars, but I thought, what's going to teach me about the American market? What's the cheapest way to learn the American market? And that was to wholesale. Because I remembered from when I had the shops, you're buying product for your store. You know your customer. So I thought, who knows the customers better than retailers? So we started wholesaling Abyss by Abby, and that's how we learnt what girls were wearing. So the girls were wearing in Miami wasn't what the girls were wearing in Los Angeles. And when we started being stocked in Dash, the Kardashian stores, each of their stores, New York, Miami, and Los Angeles, were buying totally different stock.
Wow.
And that was just from learning what our customers wanted.
So you had your dresses at Dash.
Yes. Yes.
Was that when they used to air
Yes.
the seasons of when they had Dash and everybody's like Kim Kardashian's working there and Kourtney and Khloé?
Yes.
And your dresses
we were stocked in all three. Yes.
What a milestone.
Yeah, it was.
We're always pushing this woman supporting woman energy. But in reality, we're stuck in that silent competition.
And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it's done with good energy.
I agree. But why are we still seeing women as threat, especially in a world where there is enough room, enough space for everybody to succeed? I'm not talking about the good competition.
Oh, yeah, that's difficult. It's no matter what we say, it's there. And I don't think anything's going to change. I mean, it's hopefully, all I can say is healthy competition is always great. The other competition, it's going to happen. You're going to get negative competition, and there's nothing we can do. You've just got to shut it out and not worry about it. Unfortunately, it's always going to be there.
So you believe in it's you versus you. It's you who need to clap for yourself before anybody,
of course,
starts clapping for you.
Yes, yeah, 100%. It's tough being a woman in business.
It's a tough world, but
it is. It's very tough.
You have to do it.
When a man does what we do, people praise him, but for a woman, it's a lot harder.
I agree. And they also, like, men with each other, they work together as allies, but with us, it's just threat. Like,
and I wish I could tell you why. Because I've always been a woman supporter. Like, I've helped so many women from when I first started, and people reach out to me all the time, and I'm more than happy to help where I can. I feel like there's enough in the world to go around, and if God's going to bless you, he's going to bless you regardless if you help the next person. But not everybody thinks like that, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. At the end of the day, you just have to do it for yourself.
Yes, and
invest in yourself, bet on yourself, and that's how.
And sometimes it can be lonely. It can be really lonely, because it's a hard position to be put in when you're so successful and people are ready to knock you down. But you've got to have thick skin.
Of course. And when people tell you you can't, that's them showing their limits.
Yes.
And not yours.
I remember my father-in-law said to me when I first started my business, he goes, if this works, I will cut my right hand off.
No way.
He did not believe in women doing anything.
Wow.
He's still got his hands though. Should he have cut it?
What a bold move. What a bold move.
When I started 30 years ago, it was very rare to see a woman in business. It was tough. It was really tough. Like, I copped a lot of bad energy. And you have to have thick skin to get through what I did.
But having people around you, lowering your ceiling like that, especially family.
Yes.
Or people that's close to you.
And people put you in a bubble and they think, oh, she must be so stuck up. Or she must, just not be a nice person. And then people meet you and they speak to you and they're like, wow, you're nothing like we imagined.
It's just you putting that shield to protect yourself.
I did. I did a lot. I was very limited to who I hung out with in Sydney. I felt like I didn't want bad energy in my life. So I did shut out like a lot of people. Very small circle of friends. And I'm glad I did. I just didn't want to get caught up in that negative energy.
What's one advice you'd give any entrepreneur?
Dream big. Dream big. I feel like I had so many dreams when I was younger, and I feel like I've almost accomplished everything.
That's what got you through?
Yes.
Is it the
manifesting?
Faith? Is it, yeah, like manifesting faith?
I used to have
believing in
posters in my room of sports cars. And then I met my husband and he drove that sports car.
No way.
Yes. I really believe manifesting from when I was young.
That's strong energy.
Yes. It works. So you got to be like, know what you want and go for it. And just knock out people in the process. Just
of course.
Shut your brain out to people.
You co-founded 811 Originals.
Yes.
It's a streetwear label with your son.
Yes.
What does that brand mean to you?
It's a love project.
Wow.
811 was a love project. I remembered my 20s and 30s. I didn't spend too much time with my father because I was busy working and establishing myself. And I thought there's going to come a time when my son finishes school and I'm not going to see him because he's going to be out working and establishing himself. And I thought, no, I don't want that. I want to be part of that journey.
You're stuck with me for life.
Because we've got such an amazing bond, me, him, and his father, the three of us. So one day I said, are you interested in fashion? I mean, he's been around me, traveling and meeting people. Like I take him to all my meetings in America. And he's like, yes. So that's how it started.
How important is to have such a supportive mother that...
Same as having a supportive father. I want to be his rock. And I think I am.
You are. But are you... So you're a mom at home.
Yes.
But are you a mom at work as well?
No. I remember our first photo shoot together. I'm like another person. I'm not Abby.
Who is she?
Like, that's what my son said. He goes, who is this person? I don't like her. And I saw the fear in his eyes at our first photo shoot because I snapped. And I saw that and I thought, oh, no, I don't want to see that in my son's eyes. I need to be calmer at work. But I'm another person. But that's how my father was too. Like at work, he was like a tyrant. And well, I would have
You're
said,
the boss.
Yes, you're in a different mindset.
Of course. It's no joke. Like work is work.
It's tough.
It's tough.
Like, and we're women, so.
Of course.
But yeah, no, definitely wanted to spend time with him. So that's the whole reason for 811.
And giving him that space to create something of his own, but with your support, that's amazing.
Yeah, well, we're having a great time doing it too.
Yeah, he wouldn't feel like he's working at that point. It's just like, it's fun. He's doing something he loves. It's work, but
it's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
And he's realizing that it's not easy starting a fashion label.
He can't back out anymore.
It's not easy.
So your dad passed this to you and now you're passing this to your son.
Yes.
And inshallah, hoping that's gonna be carried on. And I feel like this is the real Lebanese way of bringing up your family.
Well, that's the reason no one moves out until they're married, right?
Of course. No one's moving out.
No one's moving out.
My last question for you. If Lebanon was a person sitting with us here, what would you tell her?
I can't wait to eat kniffy. I'm joking. What would I say? What would I say? Not sure. I love you and I haven't met you yet. I feel like that's what I would say.
It's a long distance love, like a long distance relationship.
I feel like there is a love connection there. Yes. I love you and I haven't met you yet. That's
strong. Loving somebody you've never met.
Yeah, I've definitely got a big connection. I don't know what. I'll let you know after my trip.
I can't wait to hear all about it.
I'm looking so forward to it.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
And trusting me with your story.